Well, the State Department of Children's Services stated mission is based on a federal law to keep families together if possible. But Fox 17 News found in several investigations, DCS often chooses foster care strangers over family placement.
That's right. It's what we found. Fox 17 News' Dennis Ferrier has been looking into these cases for more than 2 decades. He joins us now with another case that raises questions really about whether DCS is following its own policy.
Sometimes a parent messes up and loses their child for good reasons. Even when that happens, DCS is expected to go to the family first for placement. So watch this story now and tell me if you think DCS made an effort to keep this little boy with his extended family.
Jesse and Yushikawa House are the very picture of an all-American family. Jesse is a contractor with the Department of Defense, and Yushikawa has spent a life in lab management and education. They are successful in the world, in marriage, and as parents of 3 children and grandparents. So it made perfect sense when Yushi's brother lost his son to DCS that his son Brentwood would come live in Alabama with his aunt and uncle.
He's family. There's no other way to have it. You can't sit by and have your blood. You don't want any children, for that fact, in the foster care system or to be without family, but you definitely can't sit by and let your blood relative not know his family and not know where he come from. So it's very important that we stick together as family. My grandmother had 18 children, so we're a tight-knit family. All we know is family.
When Braven went into state custody, the Houses say they contacted DCS within 72 hours and said, "We want him." But Braven had already been placed with a foster family. Nevertheless, Braven spent his first Christmas with the Houses in Alabama, and they had lots of visitation. But then that all suddenly changed when the foster family decided to block visitation, and DCS backed the stranger foster family instead of his own family. The Houses say the court hearing revealed so much.
The foster parents said that when Braven was dropped off at their home, that it would be a permanent placement. So that was 3 days. Within 3 days of him initially being taken from his family, they had already had their mind made up. So there was no, at that point, there's no need in moving forward, right? If you can drop a child off and tell the foster family this is going to be his permanent placement.
Let's go back to the mission statement. We'll read some of it to you. The department is largely guided by the implementation of the Families First Prevention Service Act, which places an emphasis on family foster homes and services that will help families stay safely together. No one has ever said one bad word about the Houses. There's not even a suggestion there's something wrong with this model family. So how did we get here, where the Houses haven't seen Braven in 3 years now?
Why is he not at your house right now and we're not here?
We really can't give you a straight answer. We've heard a lot of things. We've heard that we got involved too late when we know that wasn't the case. They said that we didn't have a prior relationship with them. That's not the case.
DCS will not comment on any case involving a minor. They say it's to protect the child, maybe. But isn't it always a convenient excuse to not explain yourself? Because if their mission is to put children with family members, why in the world is Braven not with the Houses right now? DCS, of course, has no comment.
However, former family law specialist Connie Reguly says it's all about money.
The other issue that is the elephant in the room is the money. And the Adoption and Safe Families Act, bonus money and financial incentives after adoptions are completed. They do the adoption to the strangers, right, to the people who become the foster parents, and then the state gets a bonus check, and the foster parents continue to get paid every month. I call it the hidden middle-class welfare system.
In 2024, state records show DCS made $145 million in adoption and permanent guardianship assistance payments. That's a lot of taxpayer money. By the way, as family members, the Houses get no money, no assistance. In fact, quite the opposite. They say they are right now $80,000 in the hole for legal fees.
To some, you think that's $80,000 and you still don't have the child, you would be bitter. But that's a proud $80,000 that we have spent, and we will continue to fight. The money is not the issue. His future is the issue.
So we mentioned the $145 million in taxpayer money going to foster parents in 2024. We just mentioned it. It's worth way more than a mention. The business of DCS, the business of foster care, the business of adoption. We've got an eye-opening story coming very soon. I'm Dennis Ferrier, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.